Now we're going to hear this was in the news probably a few weeks ago with Black China, who used to be a big time OnlyFans creator. And now she has decided that she no longer want to participate in OnlyFans. Now she's made lots of money on OnlyFans, and but apparently she's had redemption in her life. So I'm going to let you hear all about that from Black China. And this is when she appeared on the Tamron Hall's show. Let's get into it.
People started to learn that Black China was going to be on this show today. The reaction was wide-ranging, to say the least. Some of those comments bothered me because without saying a word, she was being judged. She was born Angela White, this little girl. But since hip-hop star Drake mentioned her name in 2010, the song Miss Me, her fans around the world got to know her as Black China. Throughout the past decade, she gained fame as a model in music videos for artists like Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, and went on to become a star of several reality shows and a major influencer. For perspective, the hashtag Black China has over 770 million views on TikTok alone.
Wow.
Alone, just on look. Come closer. That's a lot of people looking up Black China. Her celebrity seemed to have no limits. In 2020, when she arrived at the Oscars red carpet, I was there. People were stunned. She wasn't in a movie or a TV show, but there she was. People magazine wrote, the reality star walked the Academy Awards red carpet, and no one's quite sure why. Well, here's perhaps why. Last year, she was named one of the top earners on a fan subscription site by making, by her count, over $2 million in 2 years selling private content. But it was a few weeks ago, Black China went public in a way that has made headlines almost every day since. She announced that she was removing fillers from her face and she was removing implants that had enhanced her breasts and her butt. The very things that help make her body one of the most talked about bodies in entertainment. Black China now wants to be known by her real name, saying it is time to focus on a new personal journey with faith, not fame, as her focus. Take a look.
Good for her.
614 video get my buttocks reduced and also
Wow.
my breast. This is actually my 5th time getting my breast done.
Wow.
It is now Sunday. I must say I'm very, very, very happy. Normally, my procedure would have taken like maybe 4 hours, right? My procedure took over 8.5 hours, y'all. For that silicone mass that was in my buttocks, it kept clogging the machine.
Damn.
I'm
Hear
actually
that.
on my way to go get these fillers dissolved. It like totally changed my face. From my cheeks and from my jawline.
Instead of multiple pumps, I use a catheter and we went all the way here and injected like this.
Because enough is enough. It all has to come out. I'm ready
Wow.
to get back to Angela. Today we're going to be doing more targeted area.
You can see it's flattened here. A little pinch and get into those areas.
Just wait on the final results, you guys. I can't wait to see too.
In a daytime exclusive, she's sharing more about her dramatic make under.
Wow is all I can say. Wow, wow, wow. Look at all the things that she put into her body to make her look a certain way, to be more appealing, to be more sexual, more sensualized. Wow. Wow. Wow is all I can say right now. Let's continue.
Her new beginnings and the plans for the future. Please welcome, as she now wants to be called, Angela White.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a seat. Have
Thank
a
you.
seat. And
Love you too.
Angela White in white.
Yes.
I love it. How are you feeling?
I am feeling grateful
Good.
and a little nervous too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're revealing a lot in a different side of yourself. And this is live TV.
Yes.
So this is going out right now as we speak. And I just want to thank you for coming on. Because as I said at the beginning of the show, we know there are people who just yelled, "I love you, Angela." And then there are
Thank
people
you,
who
guys.
say, well, Black China, she's a tabloid superstar. She's an influencer. But is there a lesson that we can learn from her? And I say yes. I say yes. That's why I wanted to talk to you.
Yes.
I have a picture from February 5th
Okay.
that my team has. Let's show the February 5th picture. And then we have one from March 17th. That's your face then.
Wow.
And this is right around that time. And this is you now.
This is me now.
This is you now.
This is me now. So you can see the difference.
Point out the major differences.
Right here in the cheek area.
Right
Cheeks.
Yeah, see when I smile? Like now you can see like all of my teeth.
You can see all of your teeth.
I had so much filler in my lips to where as though I couldn't even barely smile. But see now when I smile.
Yeah.
See, look at the difference from there. You see?
You know that.
Thank you.
You know, people will say, she is so beautiful. Why did she ever do
Good
this?
question.
How do you answer that question?
Insecurities and honestly what was kind of in at that moment. You know, being in like the industry, you want to have this image of yourself to look perfect, you know, and it's no such thing as that.
There isn't.
It's no such thing.
A lot of this vulnerability that we're seeing and the desire to talk, you say it's faith. That you, in your words, found God. You recently got baptized.
Yes. Yeah, on my birthday. Thank you.
It's amazing.
That you get baptized.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's found God.
How did
Good for her.
faith jumpstart this change? Were you at home one day? Did something happen? Because often we know that it's at our lowest point that suddenly we have to look up and we need that. What was going on in your life?
A lot was going on in my life, honestly. Like I had so many negative things that was being attached to me and to my body and to my soul and to my mind, to where as though it would affect like my day-to-day and just different things in my life. So for me,
were you a person who went to church regular? Was faith a part of your journey before now?
No. No. So normally, you know, normally every kids get baptized like when they're babies or when they're younger. This was my first time ever being baptized.
Wow, amazing.
My first time. Thank you.
So growing up as Angela White, faith was not a part of the journey of
faith was there, but I just was never baptized. Yeah.
And so you at some point felt like I need to refocus not on fame, but on my faith. And that included the transformation of your body. When was the first surgery that you got to change your exterior?
The first time when I was 19.
And that was the implant, the injections?
Silicone injections.
Silicone injections.
Yes, ma'am.
I read that you said those were the ones you received were illegal.
Yes.
Wow.
They still do them now.
Well, we have had Kay Michelle on. We had a beautiful guest in my season 2 that I absolutely adore. She has since passed away. April, she was the subject of a documentary on illegal injections. This was her on our show.
Yeah.
I have even a hard time looking at her picture because she was one of the most beautiful human beings I'd ever interviewed. And she told people the cautionary tale of wanting this perfect exterior and the risks that people would go through as a result. So go back to 2019. So the pressure to have the right curves in the right places. You are now, was this before Drake had mentioned you?
Not 2019, when I was 19.
When you were 19.
Yes, I'm 34 years old now.
Wow.
Yes, I've been living with this for many of years.
What was going on when you were 19, though, that you said, okay, I'm feeling insecure. I want to change my body. Tell me more about that time.
Okay, so at the time, you guys, I was living in Washington, D.C., And
people don't realize, they think you're Hollywood all day, but you were actually born in.
I'm from I'm from Washington D.C.
Yeah, from Washington D.C. Yeah.
DMV.
The DMV area.
Right.
So you were there, 19 years old.
Yes, and at the time I was supposed to go to school in Johnson Wells University, but I didn't have the money. And, you know, I was living with my godparents at the time. So they're like, hey, you know, you're an adult now. You got to get out there in the world. So basically, I had to figure out how to get some money. So that's when I started to dance. I was an exotic dancer for 6 years, from the ages of 18 to 24 years old. And being inside the strip club or any of that, the gentleman's club, you looking around, I'm super young. I'm looking at the women like, okay, like I'm looking at myself like, okay, this is not it. So
that's not gonna get.
This is not going to make the money. This is not going to do it. So I felt the pressures of, you know, trying to hurry up and build my body when I should have just waited till I was older, because that's going to happen at 19, 18 years old. Your body's not developed. And, you know, in my mindset, I wasn't thinking about that, and nobody was telling me, you know, like right is right from wrong, you know. So I was just,
people that were around were encouraging it. Would you say that?
Yeah. Yes.
When you first went in to get the injections at 19, where did you go?
I went to a house.
Wow. She went to a house.
I went to a house. It's illegal, so it was a house.
You don't have to give me the address. I'm not.
No.
So in other words, she went to a house where someone was doing it illegal, probably not a licensed person who didn't know what the hell they were doing, but they just were doing it to make some money. Sad.
She looked at me like, Tamron Hall, we're not trying to have investigation discovery here. I'm not going to anybody's house.
It was a house. It was a house.
All right, so you went to you went to a home. Were you afraid? Were you worried? Or were you, this is it? This is the golden ticket?
It was a golden ticket. I was not worried about it at all, because at the time, this wasn't something that regular women could get. It was only in the trans community. So this is a long time ago, you guys. Like, you have to think, that was what, 2007?
Yeah, that's great perspective. 2007. To your point, this wasn't in every video.
This was not
everywhere. So you're there. Someone's told you, go in this place, and you get the injections, and you walk out. You walked in Angela White, and you come out the beginning of Black China.
Yes, it's so many layers, you guys. I can't wait to talk about it. So, I mean, the Black China persona came obviously from the strip club. From the strip club, that's how I got the name. But it was always still Angela. But as I started getting, you know, more of the tattoos, and I went and got my breasts enhanced.
How old were you in that?
I did that when I was 20.
Wow.
So 19,
between 19 to 20.
Yes. 20, you got the breast enhancement.
Correct.
And in the strip club, the prediction was, or your anticipation was, you become more popular. And that started to happen.
And that's exactly what it did.
With the body change.
Yes.
Did you feel the need to keep going?
Since then, I had maybe went over 6 to 7 times different to gradually make my butt bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
And with the change, as your legendary body started to become the subject of conversation, you started to make more money.
Correct.
So now the reward for the change is there.
Yes.
And that becomes the trade-off of fame. How far were you willing to go to change Angela White?
Yeah.
To build this person.
To build this persona of the perfect image of something that can be used as like sexually.
Oh yeah, that's what it's about.
It wasn't nothing else. It's like, this is your body, and I was using the sexual part of it, you know what I mean, to make money, to gain from it.
Wow, there you go. She started this when she was 18 in the strip club. Then she moved on to getting the first surgery, and the story continues. But the great news is that She's found there's been redemption. She's giving her life over to God. She's gotten baptized, and she no longer is an OnlyFans creator. So I am happy for her, but there's so many other OnlyFans creators. I mean, there's other stories where, a lot of them are saying that they no longer want to do OnlyFans, but that's just a small percentage of the OnlyFans, especially women who still participate and who's still an OnlyFans creator. You know, I mean that's one thing. You being an OnlyFans creator, you're showing off your body. I mean that's bad. That's really really bad. That you're not using other God-given talents and gifts and skills that you can develop to make money in this world. It's unfortunate that many young women, and it's not now, we know that this has been going on from time, but we're talking about the online platforms that support this kind of work. It's unfortunate that they don't tap into their insides, their own internal skills, gifts, God-given talent to earn a living as opposed to displaying their body, selling their body to make a living. So it's really sad. And it's even a bigger shame when some of these OnlyFans creators are impacting their children, the children that they've given birth to and brought into this world, the negative impact that they're having on their children. Like, if you've watch my shows, a couple of shows over, I talk about where are we headed as a generation, as a species. We are headed towards an extinction. The way that we ourselves as a human race, we're the ones bringing ourselves to an extinction because the generation that's being raised up right now, the younger generation, the generations to come, the things that we are encouraging, the feminism, the modern feminism, the transgender movement, and all of these other things we're, bringing, having all these surgeries and performing, allowing these children and encouraging these children to mutilate their bodies at a young age, even before they get to 18 to become an adult. Parents are okay with that. Parents are encouraging them. Parents are paying for all of these things. What is this world going to be in the next 5 to 10 years? It's going to be unrecognizable, and I don't even think. To me, it's heading towards extinction for sure, 100%.